wanted to create a platform where, as a career switcher, you can come in and it can be non-correct. You can ask anything, right? And you wouldn't be judged, or you wouldn't be dinged, or you wouldn't be evaluated. In the conversation we've had with our corporate partners is, look, we want the participants of our forum to know what's being talked about when they're at the table discussing candidates. What are the characteristics they're looking for? What are they evaluating from a leadership standpoint, from a skill set standpoint, from an academic?
So going around our table, there were a lot of different brands that people picked. I think a couple common themes were a lot of people pick brands that they associate with their values. So Patagonia was one example where...
So how we do business has to change as well. So now the capabilities they're looking for folks coming in might be slightly different than what they were looking for 10 years ago.
It's absolutely, let's take the best of what we do from a finance consulting standpoint, turn it on the head, and think about it from a marketing perspective. So J&J has been our lead corporate partner.
So nice to be here.
And hopefully, we can give you some insight into brand management and what it is, and really showcase, why at least all of us think this is the best job in the world. But who knows what this brand is?
Nivea.
All right. I'm in a corner. What about this one?
Land.
It's a small visual cue. That's how we talk about a brand kind of being an iconic brand. An imagery that relates, that people understand. When I see this is what it is. There's a feel, there's kind of a feeling that people get when they see your brand, and they can identify it.
But our whole corporation is really guided by what we call our credo. It was written maybe 70 years ago by the CEO at the time. And really what it is, it's a framework for the way that we make business decisions. And it's something that if you talk to anybody at J&J, they'll be really passionate about it. So the other thing about J&J is that there's a lot of iconic brands, and it's all centered around bringing the science to the art of healthy living.
And so there are pieces that, there's some strategic work on the back end to really build your brand that you have to do to determine what that brand equity is, and that's the foundation. At the end of the day, if you try to sell to everyone, you'll probably end up selling to no one. You can't be that broad and be successful. You have to be very targeted. You have to really know who your target is. You really have to stand for something that people can relate to or resonate with.
All of the social media marketing that you might do, any of the PR campaigns that you might do, you always want to make sure that you're at least resonating with a tone of authenticity and sincerely, right? And I think that helps that conversation and keeps your brand at something that people really do believe in.
We're selling brands, and we sell to, we market to consumers, but we sell to customers. And so by that, we market to all of us here, but we sell to retailers.
Back in 2004, we launched JumpStart. And then we figured out how do you leverage what you're doing and make it scale. But if we bring the best people and the best companies who all have a common theme of mind, we can actually do some amazing things, right? And so we figured two simple guys would try to help you. The beauty of this experience is we said, let's just pause for a second and figure out, if you were back in time going into business school, what do you think would be the best use of your time to help you figure out, is this really something you want to do? And we were very fortunate to have the companies at J&J. This is not a career fair. It's not a lecture-based format. This is a roll up your sleeve and let's figure out how to make the most of these next 2 years.
When you have on your team a diverse team and they're coming to you with different ideas, that's what makes innovation. So think quietly to yourself about that product. Why do you really want that product? What is it delivering to you that the rest of the category is not?
What is it that stands out to you, especially for your candidates coming right out of business school, that really piques your interest in saying, out of all of these great ideas, this is the one we're going to go with?
I think before I came, I really thought of marketing as a way to just sell products, and when I heard one of the speakers talk about really having the chance to change people's behavior and really make that kind of impact, that's something that really drives me and excites me.
When we think about our retailers like Costco, something like this is incredibly important. So this is what they call the Fend tier, and it's obviously like when you walk in, it's the first
So we always find that the great thing about J&J is that you're consistently learning new businesses all the time and new consumer groups all the time.
When we say positioning, it's actually how the product positions itself in front of consumers.
We'll have the shelf here if it's eye level versus down here if it's more at your feet. You know, this is where you want to be.
When you look at the balance of space here, as a store manager, for Jody it's very important that the product turns and she's not sitting on a bunch of inventory. And just see what sort of differences there are and what as a marketer you could do to make a bit of a better difference for your brand there.
We're kind of considered like go-to-market. So a lot of what we do is considered base business. So that is any product that's currently in the market. So.
And you need to convince the general manager on the board that your brand is the best suited to use that technology and to use that formula.
So our advice to you is start with your consumer, get in her mind, where is she, what does she want, or his.
And of course, about the benefits.
Explain to me a little bit the launch plans and how you kind of plan to drive awareness and trial of this product if it's a new brand.
This is a mother, and we're able to establish loyalty with the next generation. So the second order effect is now you're growing a brand that has legs for the long term, 10, 20, 30 years.
I'll say my biggest takeaway from this weekend is that career switching is okay.
Attending JumpStart really gave me the vernacular and the language to understand brand management prior to entering business. Additionally, I feel like I will have a more focused recruiting process now that I know what brand managers do.
I flew in from Hyderabad, which is in India, to attend JumpStart 2016. The sessions we had with Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, the case studies, really insightful and gives me a completely different outlook.
I'm really enjoying my JumpStart experience, and the main thing that I'm taking away is how to come with an action plan for school so I can really be set up for success for the recruiting process.